What's up, everybody? We are back with Aesop Rock Rings. Many people recommended this one on the first video I did, and everybody told me a little about his longevity, storytelling. It's like, man, I've been listening to hip hop since I was a kid, and it seems there's still so many things to discover. Of course, you get into your own bubble, you keep listening to the same artists over and over, and I'm glad that I can now discover new artists, even though they've been around for a long time. I was really impressed with the storytelling on the last one, so let's check this one out. Let's go. Missing. Ooh. Oh. Oh, we've seen already many rings in the video, man. Like there was a ring of smoke, there was a ring of lights. The toe tag is also kind of a ring. Then we saw the ring above, in the thing. So there's many different kind of rings already in the video.
Used to draw, hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No.
Ooh, oh man! First of all, storytelling, but the multis here, human form, unicorn, used to draw. Man, okay. Oh, so he used to draw or paint.
And amused from beyond, even if it went beautifully wrong, it was
beautifully wrong. Hey, come on, man! The rhyming, oof, you gotta love this, man. I love the art of rhyming. When it comes together with storytelling, yeah, come on, man, that is a skill. When those two come together, you get magic. Come on.
I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, stews in a bedroom, booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of a magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize you.
Wow. Yo, he's painting a picture of painting a picture. And I was spitting too, with all the P's. Yeah, wow, he is describing the art form of drawing and painting and the light and the grayscale and just how much he loves it, and doing it in your room. It's tangible, even if it's not good, it's mine. Oh, yo, that is beautiful. If somebody can describe an art form or something they love to do and put it into words as beautifully as he does it, that's amazing. You almost want to get to drawing yourself, because he's like, it's like the wildest sales pitch you'll ever hear. Ugh, make me want to draw, but I can't even draw a stick figure.
Hand dragging his graphite, cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. What about a
yeah, and so then you go to school. That's the only thing you do there, and it starts to deteriorate. You start to leave that behind, and if you don't hone your skills, it deteriorates. Oh, I gotta go back. I was lost in the story. Wow. He took me from in the bedroom to school and then working menial jobs, and he's taking me on a journey here.
In a cloud, distractions, freedom abroad. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. One about I thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's
oh yeah, man. You know, you have your fears that you're not good enough, and you let that overtake you, and then you quit. And so many of us go through that. You know, how many people quit because, you know, they're scared of something, or don't even start pursuing their dreams just because they're scared of failure or what other people think. Ugh, come on. And the video is so good, man. Like, we're looking now, the picture is getting drawn, and oh man.
Infinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're
they will chop you down to count your rings. Like trees, they have those rings to see how old they are. And also counting rings, like material rings or something. Ugh.
Just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human.
Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Like, I don't do it anymore. Oh, we all have those things that we leave behind, you know. And man, we started it with so much passion, then we don't do it anymore. I felt that line. It's a reminder for me for several things I started but haven't finished.
Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's base. It was blooming addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids at a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil or linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure.
Oh man, he's still describing the art and the acrylic, the materials that he needs, and it's like a blooming addiction. Well, this is on another level, dude. Man, this is impossible to catch everything on first listen. You know, there's the story, there's the rhyming, there's the cadence, the video. There's references in there that I probably didn't catch. So, man, that's one with a ton of replay value here.
Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic, and I grew up in a linseed oil or linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Roots.
I can't even. Wow, man, I'm impressed with this one, man. Come on, it's like a whole journey through his art. You know, starting it, the passion he has for it, and then, you know, that he feels like almost guilty for not continuing it.
Shortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up.
Yes, you're beating yourself up for not doing it. And we know we got to get back to it. And life gets in the way. Man, yeah, man. Oof. That's real. That's real.
Untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in
the anti-Midas. You know, Midas, everything he touches turns to gold. He's the anti-Midas, so it turns to shit. Yeah, that's, oh man. Oh man, I'm a big fan of Sopranos, so that reminded me of that scene where Tony Soprano says, "I'm like King Midas in reverse. Everything I touch turns to shit." Ugh. James Gandolfini, R.I.P. Man, he delivered that. Oh, come on.
Brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shakes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would've made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would've made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Wow. That was a story right there. Rhymesayers, that's the label. Wow, that was a story. Man, I hope he picked it back up. Like, I'm rooting for him now. Hope I don't add to the guilt now if he didn't. Oh, the way he talked about it with such passion. You get energy and inspiration from it when somebody talks about something that they really love, and you can tell that they love it. It's infectious. So that's definitely giving me those kind of vibes. Like, wow, man, I need to do something. Hey, thank you for recommending. This was great. I need to go back and re-listen on my own just to get the story again. And, you know, you're going to pick up new things every time you listen. Whew. That was fire, yo. Thanks for being here. Hope to see another one. Peace.